Hey everybody, welcome to episode 4 of the Metric Bobber build, where we're taking the 1980 Honda CB650 and turning it into a custom bobber. If you guys remember last episode, we tore the bike down to this point right here. Today's mission, we're gonna get the engine out, we're gonna prep it, and we're gonna paint it black. After we get it out of the bike, we're gonna set it on this jack right here so we can kind of move it around, and then we're gonna prep it and paint it. Also at the end of this build, we're giving the bike to one of you guys. All you gotta do is go over to patreon.com/motopilot, support the Bobber Build series, and you can win this bike when it's all done. But before we dig into the bike, I have some packages here. I wanna dig into these. These are parts for the bike. All right, what do we have here? I ordered this stuff a couple weeks ago, so I'm not even sure what's in here. I also have to mention this Bobber Build is once again sponsored by Tucker.com. They're the ones supplying most of the parts for this bike, including everything I'm opening today. Here's the tail light. Wow, that seems smaller than what I remember. This here I got from Amazon. I think I know what this is. Yep. So this is the paint I got for today. This is the primer for the engine. And then we got high temp satin black VHT. I don't really know what's in this box. I don't know what's up with these straps. Oh boy. All right, so here's the gas tank. All right, for this gas tank, I went kind of similar to the shape of the last gas tank, but this one's got a different style to it. Check that out. It's got like this diamond texture in the gas tank. That's pretty cool. This one's pretty heavy. A bunch of little stuff in here. So here, ooh, we got air filters. Check out those cool red filters. Should be 4 of those. Here's the gas cap. Just a really plain vintage style cap is what I was after. Just a really plain like vintage style light, classic looking. Love it. Petcock for the gas tank. And then here's the seat I ordered. So you can see it's a little bit of a different shape than my last build. It's a little bit smaller, a little bit more old school, the Para brand. Very nice. It'll have springs back here, just like my last seat. All right, well that's everything I got to unbox. Oh, here. Then we also got a set of tires here. Let me tear those out of the package and see how they look. Nice. This time I went with a Kenda brand tires. Kind of has like a classic tread pattern here, which is what I was after. A little bit bigger size for the back. Front's probably about the same size as there's on there now. All right, so basically to get the engine out, we just gotta take the carbs off. I can't get this out of here, so I'm gonna undo these boots and see if I can just drop the carbs down, slide them out. Then we will just undo all the engine mount bolts there, maybe one at the bottom. And yeah, then we'll try to pull this thing out. Just want to see real quick if these filters are going to fit. It looks a little tight against the frame here, but I think we'll be all right. Here we're going to unhook the throttle cables. So the weird thing is, this part of the frame comes completely unbolted, look at this, to get the motor out, which is kind of convenient. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to jack up the bottom of the engine, because all the way to this engine right now is on this one motor bolt. The engine's pushing down on the bolt. Once this bolt comes out, the whole engine can come out, so I also need to stabilize the motor. This motor mount bolt right here is really tight in here. That thing is in there. All right, she's moving. Okay, I'm gonna pull this side case off because it'll be easy to work on when I want to prep it for paint. And from the looks of this shift shaft, it's leaking, so I'm gonna have to replace that sill while I'm in here. So let's get this thing out of the way. Yeah, I think that needs to be cleaned up a little bit too, huh? What do you think? Almost 40 years of grunge. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sand as much of the motor as I can. Obviously I can't sand all inside these cylinder fins. I'll hit them with a wire brush. But here I have some 220 paper. I'm just gonna kind of really just cleaning things and scuffing it up so the paint sticks better. Prepping the motor is what takes all the time. Painting it takes no time at all. You can also hit it with like the Scotch-Brite stuff. This will do a good job too. Gets in all the little nooks and crannies. Yeah, look at that, see? Look at that. If you paint over that, the paint's just gonna fall right off, so that's gonna take some time to clean up. I also have these wire wheels here I can put inside my cordless drill. So these will probably speed things up a bit. Let's give it a try. Much less elbow grease, that's for sure. Look at that. Also, before I get too crazy with the cleaning, I put paper towel in each of the intake holes, and each of the exhaust holes here has a paper towel in it. Oh yeah, see the stud? I should have taken those out. God, why don't go back in? Alright guys, here we are the next day. It took way longer than I thought it was going to take to get the motor out and get it all prepped. Actually, I've been doing some prep work this morning too. Not a great day for painting an engine. It's raining out. I don't know if you can see that. It just started coming down, but I have a shade canopy here and I think we'll be alright. Got the areas masked off that we don't want to get paint on. It's really cold today. It's in the 50s, so what I'm going to try to do is heat the engine up with a heat gun, and I'll focus on that area and then heat another part and spray it, see if that works, because this engine is freezing cold right now. It's terrible for painting. So what we're going to do first is we're going to give it a light coat of primer. You never want to put the first coat on very heavy. You always want to start light and build up from there. I'll put on one light coat of primer, one medium coat of primer, then I'll go into the black and start with a light coat and just work from there. Like maybe 4 coats of black on there.
Guess I want it all, anyway at all. But I missed it by waiting for the game to fun, for the lost and found, for the home alone, and for you to come home, you to come home. I let you in, it ain't a sin, with all these simulations. Should be fixed out, will take a while to get rid of. I'm sorry, sorry, can't see the good that we had changed. I'm waiting for the curtain call. Guess I want it all, anyway at all. But I missed it by waiting for the game response, for the lost and found, for the home alone, and for you.
Okay, so we got 3 coats of paint on there before I ran out of paint. And I'm probably gonna order another can just to put some more on there, get some more paint on this side case here. But it's looking pretty good, man. It's got a nice satin sheen to it. Basically, it looks like a new motor. I'm totally happy with it. All right, so that does it for this episode. The next episode, we're going to take the chassis into the shop and work on the tail section. Don't forget, if you want to qualify to win this bike, just go to patreon.com/motopilot. All the information's in there. For as little as $1 a video, you can qualify to win this custom 1980 Honda CB650 bobber. See you next episode.